Daily sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Locke on the give. It's Lindsay. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now an option play on 2nd down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Locke. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will make it into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have cut into it in a score. And his kick is right through.
14. Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Lock, eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Lock now to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Bye-bye.
All the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and that'll bring up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jarrell Casey able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Block gonna throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Locke. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing his Lock on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Behind the chain, second and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And it will be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it's going to be second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. For a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep...
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Locke looks to throw it again. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. First down, Rodgers. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man completes it to Butler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And now off to the races down the right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. This is out quickly to the right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. third down, they're going to go with the option. A quick toss outright, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky at the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts a I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 7, Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Man open left side is Brown. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Duvernay. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Recovered by Denver.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Locke. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. And this one too low.
Noah Fant, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 14.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
49-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
At the 27-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Butler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Butler. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Broncos' 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And again, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
7 at the 11-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Ravens 32.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, there was a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 9.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Back to throw, Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. They'll run with Dobbins. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
46-yard line.
Play action. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right, and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Touchdown.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.